Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing? Hey, I was at Anaheim, Triple Crown. I saw some cool stuff. This will be the first video of three. This one is on the futures. Then I'll do one on the 250s, one on the 450s, and then mix in a few stories like how I got kicked out of the press conference. But anyway, hey, thank you to EBC Brakes. Appreciate everything they do for me. Steve was at the race, Steve from EBC, and I missed him. Complete Racing Solutions, Coach Rob. You know Coach Rob. Epic Garage Designs, they did the floor for AGE, and hopefully they'll get one for Club MX because they definitely need one. And then also, guys, Steel City Men's Clinic. If you want to stay healthy, hit up Steel City Men's Clinic. They've got all the supplements to keep you healthy. So without further ado, let's get into this. Let's talk about these futures sensations.
You all know exactly who I am.
All right, guys, so what I saw. Okay, you guys are going to be shocked when I talk about the futures. I saw one badass kid who is going to be a star. No doubt this kid has everything it takes. We've been waiting for a rider to come up and just kind of flow, jump things first. This guy jumped the triple onto the table in the rhythm section before anyone. I didn't see anyone do it. This kid did it first. And the kid I'm talking about, guys, I'm not talking about Deegan. I'm talking about Julian Bomer, or as Daniel Blair was calling him, Beamer. I'm not sure which it is. I think it's Bomer because his dad's French. But this kid is legit. Like I've seen him. I've been aware of him. I had no idea how good he was. He's way better than the Danger Boy. Danger Boy, he's good. But it's just a whole different circus around that kid. Danger Boy and in the pits. So I went down to the pits, and I don't want to hide from those guys. I was going to go see if I could talk to Brian or see Hayden or anything. No, dude, they were 50 people deep, and it wasn't even for Hayden. Brian is signing autographs. I'm like, holy crap. I'm sorry, the Deegans are big on whatever marketing they've done is awesome. But when it comes to basic racing skills, Hayden's behind. He's not behind, but he's not Jet Lawrence. And that's what they're kind of selling him as, and that's what he's being built as. I don't see how it's not disappointing the way he rode compared to what we've been hearing. We've been hearing he's faster than all the star guys at the test track. We've been hearing there's no reason to hold him in futures because he'll dominate. He's going to go pro, and he'll probably win the East. Like, there's all sorts of crazy things that are being said. Yes, the kid's good. Yes, he's going to be a good rider. Yes, he's going to be a good pro. But he's not a generational talent like a Jet Lawrence, a Ricky Carmichael, a Travis Pastrana. He's just not. And that's what I see in him. I see a really good rider. I see, like, people like to bag on Michael Essie. Michael Essie had an amazing career. Michael Essie won nationals. Michael Essie was a damn good rider. He's done a lot of things. He did more than most people in this sport. But he wasn't what we expected. The hype was too big. He came out with Believe the Hype shirts, and he had some good runs. I mean, he almost won a Supercross. He won nationals. He almost won national championships. Like, that's a good career for damn near anyone. But unfortunately, Mike's expectations and the expectations that were brought up with him were too high. So a lot of people see it as kind of a disappointment or a failure when a guy that he raced with, Villapoto, gets all the championships and he doesn't. Was it a failure? Hell no. It was awesome. Mike's the man. He's still racing, still kicking ass. And that's what I think the kind of career that Hayden Deegan's going to have. I look at a guy like Bomer, and I see the complete package. This kid can flow. He can skim the whoops. He can hit the big jumps. He recovered. I mean, it sucked in the main event when his handlebars went down, which is probably the only reason he didn't win, because he was much faster than the other guys. He was consistently just smoother. And one mistake, though, but that's the thing, is when you're young, you make those silly mistakes. I'm glad he got it out of the way at a 6-minute futures race. I'm not sure what the schedule is. I did connect with him and his dad, and they're awesome. They're really cool. They had Davey Millsaps in there, who also lives in Lake Havasu, coaching up Julian. So I didn't realize how good this kid is. And if you ask me right now, if I had to bet my house on one rider who has more success in their career, Julian Bomer or Hayden Deegan, and I'm just talking results. I'm not talking money, because Deegan's going to, with the marketing they have around that kid, it's going to be a success. It's profitable no matter what. But if you look at flat out results, Julian's going to have better results. Julian's going to be a star in the sport. Julian's going to win titles, in my opinion. If I was a team manager right now, I cannot believe Star or Husqvarna or Honda has not signed this kid. He's that good. I don't know how. I don't know if he just developed late. Like I said, I'm not super big in the amateurs. I know he wasn't like a dominant guy at Loretta's or anything, but watching him ride Supercross was badass. Daxton Bennett, he won it. And truthfully, the futures, does it mean anything at all when you win versus second or third? No, it's all about the performance and showing what skills these riders have developed. And Daxton Bennett looks pretty good, man. He also was, I mean, he was fast, he was smooth. He got past both Husqvarnas to take the win. Reportedly, he's on a tryout with Star, and I understand that because they have like 75 riders. But if they have room or they have budget, they'd be stupid to let him go. He's pretty damn good. And then you got Casey Cochran, who is a B rider. I still don't understand the logic between a B rider racing a futures race, which is one step below pro, but B is 2 steps below pro. This whole B rider, A rider thing is stupid. It used to be intermediate and expert and then pro. I don't understand how you could be an intermediate, beat all the experts, but then still be an intermediate. I would think by logic you're an intermediate, but that's a side thing. It's stupid, but Casey Cochran rode awesome. I mean, this kid's got some skill. He's got some aggression. Definitely young. You can tell he has some improving to do, and he was a little bit. You could tell some of the guys when they get there, they were a little over their heads. He was a little over his head, but he did great, man. I was really impressed with Casey Cochran. He's a badass kid. And then my buddy Talon Hawkins. I like Talon Hawkins. Talon Hawkins had a really, really rough outdoor season. He had like outside the top 20, and you just can't do that as a factory rider. And he is a factory or factory support rider. You can't do that. He is a Supercross specialist. He looked like he was going to win that thing, and then Daxton got him, and then he tipped over, and that's how he ended up in third, not second. But it was nice. Talon can build off of that. That track was pretty sketchy when those guys had their main event. The whoops were hammered. And then Deegan, and this is part of the reason that I don't think I do think he's going to be kind of like an Alessi. There's no logic that you can put behind somebody when you have that kind of fanfare, that kind of pressure. The whole stadium's literally watching fifth place or wherever he's at. I don't know how you can't feel that or it doesn't affect. And he made a mistake. He went on the outside of a kid, probably trying to push it too quick, trying to meet the expectations, whether he admits it or not. He's a 16-year-old kid who's not ready to go pro. If they move him to pro, they will ruin him. And that I stand by. Stay amateur at least another year. He's going to be a good pro. Hayden Deegan will be awesome. He is not a generational talent like some of these guys. He's a Max Voland. Max is awesome. I thought Max was a generational talent, but he's just a really good rider. Pierce Brown, really good racer. He's going to be on those levels. He's going to be the Michael Mosman, that's a pretty incredible guy, pretty incredible. Like winning races, battling for championships. That's pretty damn good. But the expectations that are being placed on Hayden Deegan, completely unrealistic. And that's just been part of the media monster that has built him, is the media monster that also is going to destroy him if they're not careful. So, but it was really fun. My buddy, One-Eye Billy, we had a blast at this race. We even snuck into the post-race press conference before we were promptly asked to leave. Thank you for that, Feld. You're not even gonna let me hang around there. They really don't like me around. So apparently I don't play along, I don't work with the series is what they said. I don't work with the series, which means I don't tell their narratives and cover up stuff that needs to be covered up. I go to bat for the riders. I go to bat for the industry, and I don't let a circus promoter just get away with bullshit. And that's what they want me to do. If $140 versus a press pass, I'll pay the $140 not to sell my soul. I'll do it again. I'll do it over and over. They'd be smart just to let me in, because I'm a lot more apt to be nice to the series if they're doing stuff. It's just human nature. Will I cover stuff up? No, but will I have a different perspective? Probably. I mean, they do some stuff, man. I was back in the privateer pits listening to some stories. There's a team owner that can't even get a track walk pass, and they don't care. They travel. Joey Savacci's not on a, they make the announcers make a big thing about Rick Ware. They had him way in the back. You want to talk about insulting a guy that's top 10 in the 450 class, in the premier class. You've got him all the way back in the middle of privateer pits and between vans and Stank Dog and stuff. And I love Stank Dog, but that's Stank Dog's people. Yeah, so they do some stupid stuff, but it was funny seeing Billy. Billy got us kicked out. I'm going to blame Billy. We're up there. I saw Levi Kitchen, told him congrats. I was going to do a little interview with him, and I look over, and Billy's nervous. Like, he's super nervous. Pulled his hood up, got his hat on, like with his eye patch, looking like he's going to shoot up the place. I'm like, oh, man, Unabomber here. No wonder we got kicked out. But they just came over, asked us for our passes, and we didn't have any, so we promptly left. We're assholes. We're not effing assholes. So this is what it is. But I'm going to do 3 videos, guys. The next 2 are going to be, one's going to be 450s with a couple stories and 250s with a couple stories. But I just got too much information this week, so I had to break it up into 3 videos, guys. So peace.